Artists' opinions don't matter. It just doesn't matter, because what matters is the opinion of the people that are buying the product. But
this has been causing a lot of waves today. I have seen this all over social media. People I follow, people I have talked with, are all talking about this statement that Asmongold said earlier today. And ever since then, it's just been blowing up. You see Asmon responding to it. You see just people talking about it, saying artists' opinions don't matter. What matters is the opinion of the people buying the product. And everything about this, it has just spiraled completely out of control. And the reason why I'm even talking about this is because this is very, very relevant to current stuff that's happened with like some of the stuff in the anime community. And I think that it's a nice way to kind of talk about that, but also kind of talk about what Asmongold is even meaning by his statement he made in this video. First things first, let's give a little bit more context, because when you go to the post that's trying to obviously go after Asmon here, you know, they're just putting this brief statement, but they're not given the actual context of what he said within this video, or even what the video is about in the first place. This is a video called Huge Pokemon Scam Asmongold Reacts. He uploaded this on January 23rd. And it's got quite a few likes, as you can see here, few views, etc. You can read the comments if you want. But basically, this video that he was reacting to was about Palworld. And I think anyone that has been on the internet and not living under a rock has probably heard about Palworld's overall success. This is its current, by the time I am recording this video, what it is currently on, you know, Steam charts. It is insane. It's #1, it's breaking records, and it's causing a lot of people to be extremely upset. And there's been just huge controversies, scandals, or whatever you want to call it, all surrounding Palworld. People using AI allegations, to stealing assets or asset flips, to people just outright sending death threats to the artist of Palworld. It's gotten completely out of control. Quite a mess. And as I always say, people can't separate fiction from reality. They just don't know how to do that. People just go bonkers and just live in this little world where it's like they don't understand, like, you know, sometimes you should treat people better than how you treat fictional characters. But anyways, the point is ever since Asmongold made that statement, you know, people have been using that to kind of fry him all day today. I've seen it from so many people I follow on social media talking about it, and even in a negative light. And I'm just going to be blunt here. I know this video is probably going to step on a few toes. There's going to be a lot of people that are probably going to be very upset with me even remotely talking about the subject, but also agreeing with what Asmongold said. And let me give context here before this is completely taken out of context. Let's go before, you know, 11 minutes 20, and let's actually see what he's saying here and why he said artists' opinions don't matter. So here you go.
Artists and you know, I guess general Twitter population, which is that, you know, AI is bad and it takes jobs from people.
Well, AI and the sentiment from artists' opinions don't matter. It just doesn't matter, because what matters is the opinion of the people that are buying the product. Like, it doesn't, like, your opinion on it, like, just because you do it doesn't, like, nobody cares. Like,
now,
it's
to give a little bit detail on this, what he's talking about is that people have always had this, you know, fear of AI's evolution. I've talked about this on the channel. I've talked about this recently with the whole controversy with voice actors and localization and all of that, and how, you know, localizers could be replaced by AI. And it's very clear from the anime community's reaction, it was on a relative positive, like people take it. It's like, yeah, get these localizers out, because clearly they're not doing their job right. So they're like, yeah, you reap what you sow, so to speak. And what kind of segues into this is that, you know, AI has always had this presence where people fear it. They're like, it's going to replace our jobs. It's going to just remove us from what we're doing. It's going to replace artists, writers, etc. People fear this. They fear being completely replaced. And what Asmongold was trying to say here with this brief clip is that, you know, it doesn't matter what people think. For instance, people that are writers, artists, whatever, because at the end of the day, who really matters, and even the actual original tweet that talks about this, what really matters is the opinion of the people buying the product. And here's the thing. It sounds calloused, yes. Could Asmon potentially have put it and worded it a little bit better? Maybe. The thing is that what he's talking about is that people decide what is popular. People decide what is successful and what isn't. For instance, Palworld. Palworld might, at the end of the day, maybe information comes out about it and it is an asset flip or it stole assets from Nintendo slash, Pokemon company. Maybe something like that will actually come out. Maybe there is AI allegations against it that actually turns out to be true. Most likely not. But the point of the matter is at the current time, there is no actual data to truly prove what people are saying is actually legitimate or not. It's more or less people having a hate mob against Palworld. But it's clear from its popularity, people are loving it, people are buying it. And this basically showcases, no matter the opinion of people that think it's either thievery or it, is flipping assets, whatever, if it is a good game or if it's a good product, because this can stem to everything, people will buy said product. And it being basically $29.99, might be cheaper than that when deals come out, so to speak, people are buying that because a Pokemon game could be like $60. And you can have old Pokemon games $60 or even more because of scalpers, etc., because Nintendo doesn't want to re-release old games. So you factor all of this in, $30 for a potential similar Pokemon game that's more for adults? Hell yeah, people are going to buy it, because there is a lot of fans to Pokemon, and there is this area of Pokemon that just has been left undisturbed for a very long time. People have wanted a more adultish Pokemon game that evolves, has evolution, and is different. And so clearly, the actual opinion of the consumer or the people is, saying, yeah, we like Palworld. We want more Palworld. We don't want the same slop that is just very low effort Pokemon releases. It speaks for itself. I mean, the very discussion around it speaks for itself. Now, back into Asmongold's point of why he's catching a lot of heat is because he said artists' opinions don't matter. And what he truly meant by this is that the people decide. If AI does turn out to make a better product, people are going to buy that product. People can try to virtue signal. People can try to get on a moral high ground and try to act like, like they're better than everyone else. But secretly, they're probably going to buy said game or said movie, whatever, if it is legitimately good and entertaining and they can play with their friends. So it's like, yeah, people like to have this whole moral high ground and virtue signal about AI or, plagiarism, whatever. But behind the scenes, most people are going to still buy the product and not even be aware as well of the controversies, because they just live in their own little bubble and they're still going to buy the game, buy the movie, buy the show, whatever, because they don't care. And I think that that's the point here, is that the consumer decides what's popular. The consumer's opinion matters over anyone else, because they're the one that basically kind of says, like, yeah, this is what you're good, we want, and we want more of this. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into how this is related to the anime community. I was very quick to notice that this very statement in this whole controversy is very similar to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. And to kind of explain, for those that are unaware, last year, there was a lot of controversy around Studio Mappa and its animators. You could just type it in, search it for yourself. I made a few videos on it as well. People have talked about all over YouTube. But basically, Studio Mappa was overworking their animators. They didn't have enough time to do stuff. They were just complaining. They were getting sent death threats. It was bad. It was a very bad situation. Like, the very production melted down, so to speak, internally at Studio Mappa. And Mappa's always had a history of these issues. And it's very clear, thanks to JJK Season 2 being so popular, more people, especially the anime community, became very well aware of Jujutsu Kaisen's fundamental issues with its production. A lot of people did. And regardless of misinformation or not, people became more aware that these animators are just not getting appreciated for what they should be getting appreciated for. But, despite all this, people feeling sad and wanting reform and change within the community, people still watch JJK. Why? Why do people still watch JJK Season 2, watch the episodes? Even I continue to watch it, despite all the issues I talked about. Why? It's because it's a good product. We enjoy the episodes. We enjoy JJK. It's a product we want to feast on. It's a product we want to watch. And this goes back to the Palworld situation and what Asmongold said as well, is that people decide. Their opinions matter because they're the ones that decide what is successful or not. And as long as people continue to eat up products like JJK, myself included, I am putting myself in this bracket, more stuff like that will keep happening because people decide. Their opinions are what decide in the overall world and how it works. It sounds calloused. It sounds very sad and messed up, but that's reality. And it sucks. I wish real life wasn't like that. But I'm just one guy sitting in a chair in the middle of my house and all that, making this video. I don't have much power. But the point is that is what Asmongold was trying to say, is that society is going to decide, and certain people's opinions on things are just not going to matter if majority of people buy said product. So yeah, that's about it. I want to talk about this because it's spiraled completely out of control, and it reminded me a lot of JJK's situation. And, you know, I like Asmongold. I really do. I don't think he's a perfect human being. I do think he makes some bad takes sometimes, but I do legitimately think that I like his realistic approach. Like, he just says it like it is, and I appreciate that. He feels real. He doesn't feel like he's putting on a mask or just a fake persona. He just says it like it is, and I really appreciate that from Asmongold, which is why I've always watched his content. I remember watching his content, you know, in the early days of, you know, actually playing World of Warcraft, which is why I watch his content. I really just like his blunt honesty, and he just says it like it is. He may not always be right, but him just saying his true feelings and not worrying about hate coming his way is honestly pretty admirable. I admire it. I really do, because there's been times where I have feared a little bit of hate coming my way, but, you know, this time I feel like I just want to say it like it is, because I do agree with this statement, is that, you know, fear it all you want, certain things within changes like AI, etc. It's going to happen. If people buy the product and it's a good product, it's going to happen. Simple as it is. Sucks. Yeah, sucks people are going to lose their jobs, but nothing can be really done about it. But okay, be safe, stay healthy, everyone. I love you. Chibi out.